Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, this morning, if I didn't do what I just did now, the whole kitchen would have been flooded. So I'm going to show you, this is my kitchen, and the sink area. We had some issues with our disposal the other day. Come to find that there was my cutting board, a piece of my cutting board cut off, and the piece got stuck inside the disposals spinning thing. So my husband fixed that. So when he was fixing it, I'll show you something. You see this? So there's a pipe that goes from here to here. So that pipe was kind of loose, and I'll show you what the pipe looks like. So that pipe was kind of loose, and this is the pipe, right? It's nasty, very nasty. So this pipe goes in here, and then this one uses, there's this knob thing, okay, and then you do have the O-ring or whatever they call it, this thing here. So without this thing, it won't fit. So apparently this one is kind of faulty, so I had to go and buy this. So I'll show you what I got. So I had to go and buy this. This is what I got. I ended up getting the long one, and this is OT 12 extension tube. This is how long it is, and it comes with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. I want to cut it to a size that will kind of go over, because what happened was that all this area, this bucket, this is why you should always have at least a bucket or something, or a bowl underneath this sink. Perchance something like this happens, this area will not be flooded. I've had issues where I didn't have this, and this got backed up, something happened, and all this area was flooded. And it's wood, so you don't want your wood to spoil, because once your wood spoils, you see all this unit, you'll have to replace it. This section from here to here, and I didn't want that to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this, and what I'm going to use to cut it, so this is the old faulty one. So I have two saws. I have this saw and this saw. I think I'm gonna use this saw to cut it, and yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I want to first measure. So I want to make sure that it is like a little bit longer. I'm gonna do like a little bit longer than this. Okay, so this is the pipe. I'm just gonna take this and make sure it measures the same way. So this is the correct piping, as you can see. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna measure the side I'm gonna cut. So this is the length, but I do want to make it a little bit longer. So I'm gonna make it just a little bit longer right over here. So let me mark where I'm cutting. So I'm gonna cut right over here like that. So somewhere around there. Okay, just make it a tad longer, and then we're gonna just start the cutting process. My husband does all this, but hey, I told him I think I can do it. So I'm gonna cut just above the yellow spot. You see the yellow spot? I'm just gonna cut it just above that. I can always cut it shorter if I need to. So just, so now I'm putting it all through like that. Okay. Okay. Whew. So I cut it. I did it. So this is the length. You can see it's a bit longer than the old one. Okay, so I've cut the pipe, and then the next thing I have to do is I have all this fitting stuff. So I'm supposed to take, so this one, this here would go inside the disposal pipe, and then we're not using this big one. We're going to be using this smaller one, which will fit in. You guys see my setup, because I don't have a ring light that is small enough, so I'm using that. The life of an influencer. or the life of a social media, I don't even know what to call us. YouTube content creator. Yeah, that's it, content creator. So this is my lamp that usually goes over there. So this is the piping that we're gonna connect right over there. So the first thing that we want to do, we've already cut our pipe. So we're gonna position the knot. So this is the knot. We're gonna position this knot, then the washer. Okay, this is the washer. So we're positioning the knot and the washer like that, and then we're gonna take the piping here. We're gonna slip this to the top of the piping. Okay, so this is the top of the piping. We're gonna position it like that. So take this, put this on top like that, position everything going this way, positioning everything together. So you can see this one goes way on top. The one that I cut before was starting from down here. So the next thing I have to just do is take this pipe and just push it in there. Okay, so I'm just going to take this pipe, so pushing this one in there, positioning that, and I'm just going to tighten up this. Yeah, see, if you're not careful, it's going to fall off. So you want to tighten this up before you put everything together. So you see now it is tight. So now I can work on this, that in there. You guys see? Like that. Making sure I put my bucket, so make sure this slips in very well and it's tight and snug. And this one on top right here, I'm just gonna tighten it up really well so it's nice and tight, so this is not gonna leak. You can see I'm gonna turn on my water to test it. So turning on the water, test it out to make sure that there's nothing leaking. Nothing leaking. So we're done. I'm also going to test out my disposal, just to make sure that my disposal is still working well. Okay. Okay. So make sure you test your disposal also. So once I've tested all that, now you guys see there's leaking. I see leaking over here, so I just have to make sure that this is tight. Okay, so let me fix that. So to fix this problem that I'm having over here, one thing that I did was I just loosened up this. So you see that's what the problem was, and I made sure, you can see it's slanted. It's not in there correctly. It's quite slanted. You can see how slanted it is. So I'm just gonna fix that so that it's not slanted. Okay. Okay, and I just push that in. So you see now it's pushed in really well. This area, this one up here is snug. This one here, I just pushed it in really well, and now I'm just gonna tighten it up and make sure it snaps. Okay. Okay, so this is the snap. I just have to make sure it snaps in there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit difficult that I took. Okay, I think it has snapped in there. So we're gonna test it again. Let's test it one more time. Let me clean it real good. Yeah, this needs to snap in. Let's figure out why it's not snapping in. So I figured out why it wasn't snapping in. What they call the washer fell inside here. So if you don't have the washer connected into here, then you won't be able to snap it in because there's nothing for it to hold it. So the washer fell into that. So I'm just gonna put the washer in and try and snap it again. So just putting the washer in there. These washers are pre-old. This is 18 years piping. So then I'm going to feed this. I prefer the newer washers, but I'm going to feed this in there like this with the washer. Okay, make sure I put everything in there so you can see. And then I'm gonna try and connect so you can see the washer is in there with this. So I'm gonna try and connect everything again. So let's try this one more time. Okay, snap this in, take it with the washer, and then whew, it's harder than I thought. Ooh, my back. Okay, trying to get you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. My battery is flashing. Okay, so now this is gone in. You hear that snap? Yes. So you see it's no longer wobbling, it's strong. So let's test it one more time. Okay. No leaking. Woo! I did it. I did it. And I'm so tired. Oh my gosh, I did it. Ah, I did it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad. Yep, no drip, no drip. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Thanks for watching with me. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I was able to fix that. That just saves me hundreds of dollars instead of calling a plumber. Normally I would have called a plumber, but I'm glad I did it. I'm sweating, but yay. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.